वॉल्यूम कम है, उसमें तब कम किया था मैंने। ओके। हरे कृष्ण। तो वेलकम ऑल ऑफ यू फॉर भक्ति शास्त्री। हरे कृष्णा। हाँ, today we are going to start our next book, that is Sri Ishopanishad. There are many Upanishads, right? But we are having now Sri Upanishad. So first, the meaning of Upanishad is Upa means near, Ni means down, Shad means to sit. So what is Upanishad means? Sit near whom? Sit near the spiritual master to learn the absolute truths. So that is the meaning of Upanishad. We'll come to this. So this book which we have, everybody should have this book. Huh? So this book contains 18 mantra, and Sri Ishopanishad, the introduction is actually taken from one of the lectures of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. In 1969, he gave this lecture on October 6, Conway Hall, London, England. So there he speaks that what is Vedas? What are Vedas? So in that, the Vedas means knowledge. What is Veda? Veda means knowledge. So we summarize this. So basically, there is only one Veda before. There was one Veda written by Srila Vyasadeva. Then he segregated it to four Vedas. He made four parts. What are the four parts? Rig Veda, Samaveda, Yajurveda, and Atharva Veda. Okay. So these are four Vedas, the four parts he made. But for the common people, he also wrote Mahabharata, Ramayana, and 18 Puranas. They are also, they included. They are called Pancham Ved. What? What is Pancham Ved? 18 Puranas. 18 Puranas, Mahabharata, and Ramayana. They also are Vedas, Pancham Ved. Which who says that? So Chandogya Upanishad says that Puranas and Itihas are also included in the Vedas, fifth Veda. Chandogya Upanishad 7:14 says. So what are these 18 Puranas? Because there are different kinds of modes, three modes. So people are going to have people will be having affected by these three modes. What are those? Sattva guna, Rajaguna, Tamaguna. So goodness, passion, and ignorance. So for them also there should be a facility available to approach Lord somehow or other. So that's why these 18 Puranas are written, 6 in each. And Srimad Bhagavatam is the most direct commentary on Vedanta. I will come to that. So anybody who is interested in knowing the way of life that God wanted us to lead, one should refer to the Vedic scriptures. Without Vedas, we cannot understand our origin, our present situation, what are the problems, how to solve them, right? And whom to approach. Even Vedas tells us whom to approach. What is the right authority? That is also being informed. So Ishopanishad means, so there are many Upanishads. Upanishadic language means it is made generally for very intellectual people. Brahmanas, were very expert in Sanskrit. So they will not generally go for Mahabharata and Ramayana stories. They want something titillating to their intellect. What is the meaning of this verse? One verse can be manipulated, speculated in various ways. So that gives them bliss. So one of the Upanishad is Shri Upanishad. What is Shri? And Shri means, to the Lord. Isha Upanishad. Upanishad means it and learn, understand. Isha means supreme controller. So with this, Prabhupada writes that ISKCON get authority, authenticity. Prabhupada wrote purport to Sri Ishopanishad. That's why ISKCON has an authority where we can actually tell that who is supreme controller, right? I mean, through various stories. So these 18 mantras are divided into 3 sections. What are the sections? Sambandha, Abhideya, and Prayojana. Can somebody tell me what is the meaning of Sambandha, Abhideya, Prayojana? Anybody has any idea?
It's a relation.
Relation with whom?
With the Lord.
With the Lord. So, invocation, mantra number 4, 5, 8, and 14, they will elaborate how can we establish our relation with Krishna, which is now forgotten. Anybody said, oh, you are part and parcel of Krishna. Who Krishna? I don't know. Because we have forgotten it. But this particular portion will tell us how can we revive. Abhideya, what is Abhideya?
Way to go to.
Process, way. How to establish this sambandha, relationship. So there must be a process. So mantra number 1, 2, 3, 9, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18. These are Abhideya. What is Prayojan? What is Prayojan?
Prayojan is a purpose.
Purpose, the goal. What is the goal we are going to achieve through this process? That is Prayojan. That is Krishna Prem. Now we are forgetful of Krishna, but the goal is when we completely understand our relationship with Krishna and we revive our lost relationship of loving relationship with Krishna. Krishna Prem is Prayojan. Not that I understand everything about this world and I know I am not this body, I am the soul. Not like that. This is the preliminary knowledge. Prayojan is to establish that Krishna Prem again. Right? So now, introduction. So this is the chart you can see. We'll go one by one. So Vedic knowledge. So what is the definition of Vedas? So first paragraph of page number 1 says Vedas means knowledge. Right? So why we need to take guidance of Vedas? That is the second question which will come in introduction. How to get this knowledge. So now in first paragraph it is said that normally we'll go ahead and then we'll come back again. So to achieve some knowledge, we need to have a perfect instrument. Right now what we have, this material body which has 4 defects. What are the defects? First defect is
To make mistake.
to commit mistake. Whoever he is, however brilliant, powerful, and sharp, shrewd personality, he will commit mistake. Famous, rich, say all kind of opulences he may be having, but he will commit mistake. Example is given, Prabhupada says, Mahatma Gandhi was told that Gandhiji, don't go in the evening for the meeting. Some assassination plot is there. They said, no, we'll go. And he was shot. Kennedy also was informed. But they said, no. Nothing like that. So, this is 2 examples Prabhupada gives. Second defect is to be illusion. Illusion means we come under our sway of Maya. Maya means what? What is not. She proposes something which is not and we accept of that. Example is, I am this body. I am engineer. I am doctor. I'm Indian. So and so forth. I'm American. So man, woman, these are also identities. To be illusion. We are soul. Third one is cheating propensity. Whoever he is, he wants to show that I am very intellectual. So even though he has no knowledge about something, he will just put something. I think this must be like that. I think this must be that. This is that. This is that. So Prabhupada specifically mentioned about the scientists who proclaim that now in future we will stop death. Prabhupada said, how can you do that? No, we are just about to invent something which will prevent death. So cheating propensity. You have to see that nobody has remained in this world. How can you stop that? The cheating propensity. Fourth one is, everything is there, but our senses are imperfect. If I don't wear specs, I can't see. I can't read down that particular notice what is there. So our senses are imperfect. Ear, eyes, so many things. So with this, so Prabhupada gives an example that people say whenever we start to preach, they say, "Where is your God? Show me God." Right? How can we see God with these imperfect senses? You can't see long distance also. So something transcendental you can't see, you can't perceive. The example Prabhupada gives that suddenly if this room is darkened, suppose pitch dark, you won't be able to see your hand also. What is the use of your eyes? So with these four defects, we are not eligible to know transcendental knowledge. Right? That's why we have to approach Vedas. So page number 3, no, page number 5, third paragraph starts with, there is a spiritual sky. So before that, we can start with the second paragraph, and in the middle, transcendental knowledge is knowledge from beyond this universe. It is beyond this universe. It comes from Krishna's realm. Within this universe is the material knowledge. What we learn here is material knowledge, and beyond this universe is transcendental knowledge. We cannot even go to the end of the universe. Scientists are trying to do that, but even they are unsuccessful. So how can we go to spiritual world? Thus, to acquire full knowledge is impossible. There is a spiritual sky, there is another nature which is beyond manifestation and non-manifestation. But how will you know that there is a sky where planets and inhabitants are eternal? All this knowledge is there, but how will you make experiments with this imperfect senses and cheating propensity? Whatever result will come, it will be imperfect. It is not possible. Therefore, you have to take the assistance of the Veda. And Vedas is knowledge, and which has come directly from Krishna, which is not from somebody who has 4 defects. So, in mantra 1, it will come. What is the significance of Vedas? So, this is what is the reason why we should approach Veda. Now, how can you say that Vedic knowledge is perfect? Vedas doesn't need supplication or science approval. Right now we say, oh, thus it is approved, like that. Vedas are there from time immemorial, Sanatan, eternal. And in Vedas, we see that cow dung is mentioned as pure. Same Veda says that if you touch anybody's dung, stool, you have to take bath to purify yourself. But cow dung and cow urine is used to purify the place. Now, is it contradictory? No, because Vedas are saying, so both are correct. So Vedic principles sometimes appear contradictory, but because some people know, the authentic people know that this is Vedic knowledge, so it has to be perfect. There is no contradiction. Both are right. Right? So, and people do not ask scientists, but still scientists have gone through detailed experiments and they found out, yes, cow dung has antiseptic properties. So they also approved. But Vedas didn't wait for scientific approval. They already have approved this, right? So this is what is Vedic characteristics. So Vedic injunctions cannot be interpreted. So interpreted in the sense Like now we don't know, nobody knows what is Veda. But previously, people used to ask normally, oh, we have to do this. So he says, is this Vedic injunction? What you are talking? That means, if it is a Vedic injunction, then we have to follow. Otherwise, we have no intention to do that. So that is how it is a permanently established fact. We cannot interpret the Veda. So Vedas are the knowledge which has to be heard. Shruti. So that's why Vedas are also called Shruti. Shruti is like a mother. So the example is given that if you want to know who is our father, who is the best personality to ask?
Mother.
No, we'll try to experiment entire population. You may try, but you may die before doing the entire the population, and there is no way you can find out, isn't it? The simplest way is just ask the mother, and she will tell. Similarly, so Vedas are the mother who can only tell us who is our father. So Veda says Krishna. Vedescha sarver aham eva vedyo. Vedantakrit veda vida eva chaham. The entire Vedas are established so that we can understand Krishna, who is the compiler of the Vedas. So Krishna has created facility through Vedas for all the living entities so that we can regain our relationship. We can reconnect to him, right? That is the only way we can establish our relation. Coming back to our first A. So it is a axiomatic truth. Axiomatic truth means we can't change it. Cow dung. So we are seeing this one by one. What is the definition of Veda? Our senses are imperfect. Vedic knowledge is all knowledge. Axiomatic truth we have seen. And Vedas have come from Krishna. Mother guides the father, guides to father. And full knowledge is available. Now, there are three ways to get the knowledge. How to get the knowledge? So, like this is the method we can use. The evidence. Three kinds of evidence. First is Pratyaksha Praman. He says, where is sun? So you say sun is there. So we see sun. What is sun? So the sun is like a coin. It seems like, what is it? For sun's size is like a coin. It's much more bigger than the Earth planet. So what is the use of your Pratyaksha Praman to give knowledge about sun? You can't give it because of imperfect senses. So always to have a Pratyaksha Praman will not give us a proper knowledge. Because will be, for something it is there. But what to speak of even the material knowledge, we can't rely on Pratyaksha Praman. What to speak of transcendental knowledge? So this is improper way. Anuman Praman. People have written thousands of pages. I think this is that, this is that. It is a hypothesis. This is a suggestion. So this might be like that. This might be like. You can't conclude. This has to be like that. So Anuman Praman itself says, Anuman. मैंने अनुमान लगाया कि ये शायद इतना बड़ा होगा. What is Anuman? So this is also wrong. Last is Shabda Praman. That is anything coming from the authority. Authority says, then we have to follow. Every sphere of life, army, navy, wherever you go, the authority says everybody has to accept it, right? So Prabhupada gives an example that at that moment radio was there. So radio announcer would announce that, okay, we have such kind of forecast is there or such kind of program is there, schedule is there. Everybody says, oh yes, it follow. And it will happen like that. So Shabda Praman is the only way where we can get perfect knowledge. This is the only praman, evidence, where we have to accept it. We don't need to do any experiment like that. Okay. So Shruti is a Shabda Praman. We hear it, we accept it. Like that. This is done. So this is introduction. Now, just like we have said, Shabda Praman is Avaroha process. There are two kinds of process, two types of processes to know the knowledge, to get the knowledge. One is Aroha means, Aroha means climbing up, means do experiments. I will find out. So it is Aroha Pantha. Pantha means path, way, process. So Aroha Pantha, who comes in Aroha Pantha to get knowledge? Who does the experiments always?
Authorities. No?
Authorities, I mean, suppose gold, we want to find out gold in this land. Who does the
The
experiment?
mining people.
Let me scientist. Generally, science is always experimenting because they don't believe that, previously this is knowledge is that. No, sir, we have to experiment it. We have to prove it. So that is Aroha Pantha, right? And Avaroha Pantha means they accept whatever knowledge is coming from the Parampara. So Brahmaji told to Narad Muni to Vyasadev, Vyasadev to Sukadeva Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj, and. So we are now following the same knowledge. So that is Avaroha Pantha. So Lord Brahma comes in.
Avaroha.
I mean, Brahma Parampara. Avaroha means coming from the top to bottom. That is Avaroha Pantha. Aroha Pantha means to experiment. Like example is scientist. Right? So we have already seen which one is the best way to get the knowledge, perfect knowledge.
Sure.
Which Pantha now?
Avaroha.
Avaroha. Because we just have to just accept what is there because they have already done experiment.
You have to follow them.
Yes, that is Avaroha. Brahmaji has done all the experiments and came to conclude that Srimad Bhagavatam, he read Srimad Bhagavatam 3 times and concluded that Krishna is the only Supreme Personality of Godhead. We have to just follow it. Okay, and all powerful people, they have followed it. So we have seen 3 kinds of Praman. Just have a recap. So Vedas means knowledge. 4 kinds of, first Vedas were one Veda. Vyasadeva wrote only one Veda. Then he divided into 4 Vedas. But he saw that for the common people who are not very intelligent people, how will they come to Krishna? So he wrote Mahabharata, Ramayana and 18 Puranas also. For 18 Puranas, why? Because
According to them modes.
good. How many modes are there?
Goodness, passion,
And
ignorance.
in 3 modes. So he wrote 6 in each. 18 Puranas. So Chandogya Upanishad is also another Upanishad. It says that this, and Itihas also. Itihas. They conclude, they come into 5th Veda. Mahabharata, Ramayana, then 18 Puranas and Itihasas also. They are also Pancham Veda, 5th Veda category. So whenever we want knowledge, then we have to approach through this. That is the proper way to understand about Lord. So Shri Upanishad, there are many Upanishads. We see Chandogya Upanishad, Vetashvetar Upanishad, so on and so forth. We have either Ishopanishad. Why Ishopanishad? Because it is going to tell us about Supreme Controller, Supreme Personality of God. Shri Ishopanishad. So Ishopanishad has 18 mantras. They are divided into 3 categories. What are they? Sambandha. Now what is Sambandha?
Relationship.
Relationship with
Lord.
Krishna.
So what we have to break the relationship or establish, right? Establish. So Sambandha, invocation, mantra 4, 5, 8 and 14, it will teach us how to revive that relationship with the Krishna. Sambandha. Abhideya means how to do this, how to establish the relationship, the process. That is in mantra, this mantra. And prayojan means
Goal.
what is the goal? What will I achieve by following this process? Krishna Prem. I will establish, I will revive my Prem, love of God. This is what prayojan. So entire Sri Ishopanishad is this Sambandha Avidya Prayojan. So introduction is like this. What is Vedas? And why we need to take guidance from Vedas? And how to get this knowledge of Vedas. And so we have seen this. First thing that to get knowledge, we need a particular medium. But our medium is we are body with 4 defects. These defects we have seen: to commit mistake, to be illusioned, cheating propensity, always they will be there, and our senses are perfect. So we can't come to the conclusion of that we have received the knowledge. That's why we have to approach the Vedas, which are directly coming from Krishna. So we have seen 2 characteristics of Vedas. That is, it is axiomatic truth, means it cannot be interpreted, and some which is there. You may perceive contradiction, but it is not contradicted. One is, can somebody explain?
Cow dung.
What is cow dung? Yes, tell me.
Cow dung, we say that it is, whenever you do something, you want to purify yourself. Then we use cow dung, cow urine. But the contradict is that if anybody else's waste, we cannot touch, you have to go and have bath. So we are contradicting what Krishna has proved, and even science has proved that cow dung is pure and it is antiseptic and
Correct.
yes.
So, but Vedas did not wait for the scientific approval.
No, they are already done.
So that is how it is axiomatic truth.
So it is.
And interpretation is not there. What is that? Vedic injunction cannot be interpreted. So Indian norm is, why you are saying it? Is it a Vedic injunction? That means they are saying that if it is, then I will follow. Otherwise, I will not follow. That is the truth. Everyone. Now it has been gone. Actually, it's gone in the sense that people do not believe that, but it was a norm. We have to revive that knowledge. Shruti is like mother. So if you want to know who is our father, then the simplest way is to
Ask the mother.
Aropanta will do.
So they will keep on for
Experiments.
and
Aropanta, mother says, this is your father. He says, yeah, I'll follow. That is, which pantha?
Avaroha.
Avaroha. Aroha,
Avaroha.
Avaroha. Who comes in Avaroha pantha?
Brahmaji.
Brahmaji. Right? So Shruti is mother and Smriti is a sister. Itihasa and so on and so forth. Okay. So Vedic knowledge will come from that. Now, how to get this knowledge? We have to go through. Generally there are 3 ways, evidences, but Pratyaksha and Anuman are always incomplete. But Shabda Praman gives perfect knowledge. That's why we have to get knowledge from perfect. So see, Vedas, there was one Veda, then Rig, Sam, Athar, Yajur was made, Mahabharata, Ramayana, 18 Puranas. Upanishads are also there in Vedas. And summary of all this is a Vedanta Sutra. That means Vedanta Sutra means, then what he did, our Vyasdev, he wrote everything in Sutra. Sutra, the mathematics Sutra. Everything in a concise form. It can be understood only by the very intellectual people. So Vedanta Sutras are. So that's why in Srimad Bhagavatam the episode comes that Vyasdev was told by Narada to write the commentary on the Vedanta Sutra. So that's why commentary is written as Srimad Bhagavatam. This is the essence of all Vedanta Sutras. Okay, so this is how introduction is done. Now we'll come to invocation. Invocation to mantras 1, 2, 3. What we'll read, we'll understand, we'll learn understanding proprietorship and occupation within the society. That is who is the proprietor and what is my duty in the society. So invocation specifically tells all things in existence are emanating from Krishna, who is complete whole. There is nothing deficiency in him. Okay, so let us read the mantra. Repeat after me. Om Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam Eva Vasishyate Om Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam Eva Vasishyate. Somebody read.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam
Om Purnamada Purnamidam
Purnamudachyate
Purnat Purnamudachyate
Purnasya Purnam Adaya
Purnasya Purnamadaya
Shishate
Purnam Eva Vasishyate. So what is the translation? The personality of Godhead is perfect and complete. Three parts we will see. This mantra says, invocation says, Om Purnamadam Purnamidam. That means the personality of Godhead is perfect and complete. And because he is completely perfect, all emanations from him, such as this phenomenal world, are perfectly equipped as complete wholes. Means Purnat Purnamudachyate and Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam Eva Avashishyate. So he is complete. Whatever is coming from him, all emanations are also complete. Whatever is produced of the complete whole is also complete in itself. Because he is the complete whole, even though so many complete units emanate from him, he remains the complete balance. Generally, what happens if I give you a paper and if I tear it to pieces, then right now what is remaining?
Bits of it.
Bits of paper, pieces of paper, and the main paper is gone. But Krishna is complete whole, and so many emanations like universes and his energies are coming. They themselves are also perfect to create something complete. And Krishna remains as it is. That is his characteristic. So let us see this in detail. Completeness. So, Supreme Personality of Godhead is complete. So, example is given. So, you will see in this our world, we say 1 minus 1 is 0, just like we have seen. But in spiritual world, 1 minus 1 can be 1. And 1 plus 1 is generally here 2. Here, there, 1 plus 1 is also 1. And that is spiritual world. Just now we have seen nothing, even gone. And something, he is not reduced. That is the main thing. The example is given. We have ocean here near. If you go and take out millions of buckets from there, the ocean, we'll see the ocean has reduced. But even if you put millions of buckets of water in ocean also, it will be the same. That is how Krishna is there. And we see that we are created here in this material world. The material world which is emanating from Krishna, it is a system arranged by Krishna so that Satya, Treta, Dwapar and Kali Yuga, they are happening automatically, and whatever is needed for their creation, maintenance and destruction, everything is there here. There is nothing needed from outside to manipulate or to manufacture or to maintain this. Krishna has set it. But humans are using their brains to make it more comfortable, but they are destroying the system. They are aggravating their death. So it is given that how material world is complete in itself, there is no need of human intelligence to run it. We see we travel in plane moves in certain kind of speed, right? That speed is not high. I mean, what is the speed? Maybe 1,000 kilometers per hour, right? But still, we feel sometimes the whole plane shakes. Sometimes it damages also, right? But we have seen this earth created by Krishna, it is running thousands of kilometers per hour. Million and a thousand. But still, but do we feel that now, or we are
shaking.
not even second we feel like, that is how we have seen the material world is created completely. I mean, it is nothing is needed from outside. So it is also complete. And jivas are also complete. We are also complete, but at the point what we are doing right now is we think because of being illusioned that I need something outside. Right? If Jiva understands that, if he sees inside who he is, then just like there is a car and driver, and the driver takes care of car whole day, and he doesn't take care of himself, what will happen? He will fall
Sick.
But if he is healthy and car is not that kind of clean or something, it doesn't affect him, right? Because he is a different guy. He is complete. What he thinks that I am car. If car is not clean and so I will get affected. This is how our perpetual taking birth and death is happening. And the another example is given that Krishna has created this body in such a way that the body can create another body, right? Science cannot do that. Science may do that, but they will have a replication. I mean, in the sense, they will have it will not be perfect. That is how
There are many complications.
Complications will come, which are disasters. So this is the completeness about the Lord. So three things we have to understand. God is complete, and from Him, whatever emanations are coming, whatever is coming from Him, they are also complete. And whatever complete coming from Him, many complete things are coming out of Him. Still, He remains complete. That is how we have to understand. This is, but we have one group of people called Mayavadi. They say that Krishna is not complete. In the sense, they say he is not body. He is Brahman is there, and from Brahman, he has taken a material body. That is a Mayavadi there. So, Prabhupada writes in the purport that Krishna is like a heat. Krishna is like a fire. Fire has two characteristics. What it does, it gives energy and light. So energy and light are its properties, right? Fire is property. So it is like its potencies, energies are there. Similarly, everything is in this world is done through Lord's energies. He is permanently in his Golok Vrindavan doing his eternal pastimes. By his wish, everything is automatically done. That cannot be understood by people, so-called intellectual people like Mayavad, who approach through Aroha Pantha. No Avaroha. Because Avaroha means you accept everything as an authority, but Aroha means I have a doubt. Okay, and then they come to conclusion with this kind of four kinds of defects. So that's why there is always a sort of conflict in the Mayavadis and Vaishnava. Of course, nowadays people have no that kind of understanding, but their behavior shows impersonalism. Being different to others. One thing I forgot in mantra, we are now not in mantra one, right? Invocation. So there is one very important paragraph page number 12, paragraph number 2. Anybody can read? Otherwise, I'll read. Okay. The complete whole of personality Godhead has immense potency, all of which are complete as he is. Thus, this phenomenal world is also complete in itself. 24 elements, of which this material universe is temporary manifestation, are arranged to produce everything necessary for the maintenance and subsistence of this universe. No other unit in the universe need make an extraneous effort to try to maintain this universe. We have already seen this. The universe functions on its own time scale, which is fixed by the energy of the complete whole. Energy. And when that schedule is completed, this temporary manifestation will be annihilated by the all facilities are given to the small complete units, namely the living beings, to enable them to realize complete whole. Means during this time, everyone has a facility to revive the complete, revive with the relationship with complete. Now, this is very important. Why we feel incomplete experience? All forms of incompleteness are experienced due to incomplete knowledge of the complete whole. The moment we know Krishna completely, we know we'll be complete. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tattvataha tyakva deham punarjanma naiti mam iti swarjana. So Krishna himself says, you just know my birth and activities are transcendental, divyam, and you don't take any birth. That means you are complete. You are living complete. Right now, what is happening? Everybody is speculating about Hare Krishna. He is a Makhan Chor. How can the Lord be thief? Or he has done this. He has actually he is the main reason for the Mahabharata war. 18 crore people died. These all and this he has done Ras Leela. So these are the very crucial, and he is the reason for Yadu Kul Nash. So entire these four things actually are barriers for the Aroha Pantha to know Krishna perfectly. That's why they feel incomplete. But Avaroha Pantha, everybody they knows. Because Krishna's birth and activities are divyam, they are not like us, our activities. Is complete. Just like example is given. We have seen in NOI, sun, 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 he can come in contact with the impure things, but does he get affected? No. But in what he does? He purifies that impure place. That is his characteristic. And sun is the one of the energy of Krishna. So how can Krishna is incomplete, right? So this is one thing. So again, this is very important statement. You repeat all the all forms of incompleteness are experienced due to incomplete knowledge of the complete whole. Our knowledge is incomplete about the Supreme Whole. That's why we feel all incompleteness. Right? Because of that, we are getting life after life, different bodies. Because we are searching for completeness. Anandamayo abhyasad. I need happiness. How can I get happiness? I have come with in contact with so many entities, but not with complete whole. The person who is complete. That's why I am feeling incomplete. Right? This is how. All species of life we have gone many times. Even human life. But we feel, oh no. I think I have not gone. Again and again and again. Search is on. Hope against hope. That is Maya. Now, next, the page number 13, the paragraph, which is second paragraph. Because we do not know that there is complete arrangement in nature for the maintenance, we make efforts to utilize the resources of nature to create a so-called complete life of sense enjoyment. Everything is there. Prabhupada says if you have land, if you have cow, then you can live happily. Tilling the land, you can have a grains. Milk is there. You can utilize the entire day for Krishna Katha. People used to do that. But what the humans are doing, they are using their intelligence, which is also the resource given by Krishna, and all the resources of Krishna, and they are creating comfort zone, which is giving misery. Comfortable lifestyle. And the result is more incompleteness they experience. Now people are dying young, 50s now has come to the normal age. Heart attack is happening like anything. I know, I mean, this is how, what is the, why? If you have made an advancement, then we should live more, right? But this is not happening. So, that is the, well, somebody has mute yourself. Yogesh Prabhu, anyway. So, this is what thing. So, the position of all living entities in this material world is like a hand which is detached from the body. Prabhupada writes that the hand of the body is complete unit only as long as it is attached to the complete body. It can, you can to comb our hairs, button लगा सकता है कि नहीं? खा सकता है. Because it is attached to body. When the hand is severed from the body, it may appear like a hand, but it is actually has none of the potencies of the hand. So can somebody think about what is the point made? Anyway, so similarly, living beings are part and parcel of the complete whole Krishna. And if they are severed from the complete whole, right now we have forgotten our relationship with Krishna. So we may appear like a part and parcel of Krishna, but because we are disconnected, the illusory representation of completers cannot fully satisfy us then. Because we identify ourselves are not as a soul, part and parcel of Krishna, but I am body, I am engineer, doctor, also a lawyer, Indian American, boy and girl. These are our identification, which are giving us incompleteness, not giving us satisfaction, because it is disconnected from the main body.
Disconnected from the body.
It may appear at, but it has no potency. So this example, so there are several examples in the Ishopanishad, which I will give you, but you have to explain it completely. So this example, just like right now we have seen cow dung, what it represents.
Yes.
Hand disconnected from the body, what is the meaning? Will come so many things, so many examples, right? And why we feel incompleteness, why we experience incompleteness. This example, this is also we should know. 4 defects, right? Now, last point.
Yes, then we are.
Sorry.
You said 7:55 we have to go.
Yes, Diya. Oh, let us have Diya. And then we have to go ahead. We have class till 8:30, na?
Yeah.
Yes.
So let us go to Diya. And then so everybody, we are having 5-minute break. So you do Diya at your home.
Yeah.
We'll come back in 5 minutes. Hare Krishna. Let us go. Come back. कोई तो भी रुक जाओ. 2 जाओ. हाँ, आप सब चले जाओ. आ जाओ जल्दी. मैं और उमेश बाद में.
अच्छा.
Otherwise you can, so that somebody will be there. Only offer the and come back. आज क्या इन्वोकेशन हो गया, मंत्र वन है. Easy Ishopanishad actually. जस्ट याद करना पड़ेगा।
इसमें तो कोई कनेक्शन दिखता नहीं मुझे।
क्या
हुआ है, तो इसमें तो अच्छा था, ये तो पूरा।
नहीं, ये कैसा कनेक्शन हम लोग रिवीजन करेंगे ना।
हाँ,
अरे थोड़ा मैं ये करता हूँ, इसका क्या बोलते हैं, इसका पॉज करना पड़ेगा रिकॉर्डिंग, लेकिन याद दिलाना इसको। Thank you. Hare Krishna. So come back. So we are now on mantra 1. So we have seen, sorry, the last part of the invocation
One,
is,
one is there.
invocation point is, so let us see, recap. We have seen the three aspects पे नहीं से देखे ना हमने, so we'll see that. Okay. Invocation first three aspects. So our first paragraph purport says, what is complete whole means absolute truth is the complete whole. It can be realized in three aspects. What are they? First is Brahman, second is Paramatma, and third is Bhagavan, person, personality of God. Purushottam Sri Satchidananda Vigraha Bhagavan. This complete three things is absolute truth. Just like sun is there, sun has sun rays, sun planet, and the king, sun.
Yes.
So whenever we say sun means all three will come, right? So these are the three aspects of the absolute truth. So if you say that we have somebody has understood the absolute truth means he has understood Bhagavan. The last most important aspect is Bhagavan. If somebody has understood Bhagavan aspect, then he has automatically understood Brahman and Paramatma, right? So this is what is very important. And we have seen why we have incomplete experience, how material world is also complete. We have seen example, plane and the earth, explain hand of body working. Last is how can all the services in the world can be complete. Right now, Prabhupada writes, we are using so many isms, just like last paragraph. Completeness of human life can be realized only when one engages in the service of the complete whole. Right now, we are not doing serving complete whole, that is Krishna, but we are doing all the services in the world, whether social, political, communal, international, or even interplanetary projects you may have. But because Krishna is not the center, you will feel incompleteness. However big your project might be. But the moment they are devoted to Krishna, what will happen? They will also become complete. So everything is total with complete whole. The attached parts and parcel become complete. Example is, so there are reasons we will see this particular thing. So because center is, if it is Krishna, because he is complete, everything, all projects becomes complete. This concept again will come in mantra 1, different isms is how people are trying to become. Mantra 2 it will come. How people are trying to become happy and complete without Krishna consciousness, and if we put Krishna, even they may do the same thing, but because Krishna's intervention, they are blissful. I will see that. So here we complete the invocation also. The introduction and invocation is done. Now, so what is the connection? Krishna is complete whole, we have seen in invocation. Naturally, he is also the proprietor because everything is his properties. Also, conditioned souls are complete. Now, this verse explains how they can realize their completeness by recognizing Lord's proprietorship. We have seen incompleteness because we see him and his property different. We say, oh, this is my property. But entire everything is his property because it has come from him. Because this differentiation is there, we are incomplete. But if we realize that completeness, then by knowing the proprietorship, then everything is possible. So that is what is mantra 1. Ishyavasam idam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat
यत्किञ्च जगत्यां जगत्
तेन त्यक्तेन भुञ्जीता
तेन त्यक्तेन भुञ्जीता
मा गृध कस्य स्विद्धनम्
मातृकस्य वेदनम्
ईशावास्यम् इदं सर्वम्
ईशावास्यमिदं सर्वं
यत्किञ्च जगत्यां जगत्
यत्किञ्च जगत्यां जगत्
तेन त्यक्तेन भुञ्जीता
तेन त्यक्तेन भुञ्जीता
मा गृध कस्य स्विद्धनम्.
मातृकस्य वेदनम्
Read. Nataji.
ईशावास्यमिदं सर्वम्
ईशावास्यम् इदं सर्वम्
यत्किञ्च जगतां जगत्
यत्किञ्च जगत्यां जगत्
येन तत्तेन भुञ्जिता
तेन त्यक्तेन भुञ्जीता
कस्य स्विद्धनम्
मा गृधस्वस्य स्विद्धनम्. So it has also very simple meaning. Ishavasya idam sarvam. What is Ishavasya? Everything animate and inanimate that is within this universe is controlled and owned by the Lord. One should therefore accept only those things necessary for himself which are set aside as his quota by the Lord, and one should not accept other things, knowing well to whom they belong. Just like father is there, he said, okay, this is your room, this is your room, this is your room. So you are proprietor of this room. So the children say, oh, I know, I will do anything. But you can't enter into another room and do something.
because that is not easy.
This your quota is this. So now normal father also gives quota to his children. Krishna has also given quotas to all his children, all the living entities, 84 lakh species. He has given quota, territory, and live. Try to become happy. If not possible, I have given Vedas. Follow that, come back to me. Right? This is how the nature. So three things what we have to do. We have to see proprietorship of Lord, that everything is in the universe is controlled. Now, many things can be controlled by the managing director or maybe some main manager of the company, but he may not be the owner. Owner may be somewhere playing, right? But he is the owner also. Krishna controls everything. Maya Dakshina Prakriti Suyate Sa Characharam. All animate, inanimate are controlled by Maya by the order of Krishna. So he is controller also, and everything is owned by Krishna. So we should see what is my quota, accept it, and don't encroach on others' property. That is simple as Ishavasya. Understood? Ishavasya. Principle. Now, this is our chart. ये कैसे जाता ऊपर? गया. So Krishna is the proprietor. Who says that? Veda says. What is the significance of Veda? We have already seen. Vedas are said by whom?
Brahmaji, then by
It is coming from Krishna,
Krishna.
who is not imperfect. Krishna do not have any defects, which 4 defects we have. So Krishna has spoken to Brahma, and Brahmaji, like that it has come, like that. So beginning of the knowledge is, Krishna is proprietor, he told by Vedas knowledge is coming from Krishna. Because this source is transcendental, that is Krishna, that's why it is said Apaurushaya. Apaurushaya means it is delivered not by any mundane person. Apaurushaya. Mundane people, transcendental person. Krishna has given this knowledge. Who has no 4 defects. This knowledge is given in the heart of Brahmaji. So we see that the most qualified person in this world is Lord Brahma. He could not see Krishna, but only he is the person who can hear Krishna, and Krishna gives him knowledge just by oral reception or through the heart, like that. So how much more we have to become qualified to know Krishna? That is we can't barge into his kingdom. We have to prove ourselves. Right? So what is said that it is everything is not controlled by material nature. Public says nature is running on its own. You may have come under. Why? Who is Krishna? Who is the controller? Who is God? Nature is arranged in such a way, automatically it does. How can anything automatically happen? Nothing happens automatically. Even automatic things need someone to start it and stop it.
Some electric.
Some human to start it.
Yes.
Understand? So, Krishna is a controller. And proprietorship we have seen. How can we know that Krishna is proprietor? So, page number 16, paragraph number 3. So, there is a mention of Bhagavad Gita verses, 2 verses, 7.4 and 5. The Lord's proprietorship over everything within the universe is confirmed in 7.4 and 5 Bhagavad Gita, where there are two energies are explained. He has two energies. What are they? Para and apara. So, natural Pancha Mahabhut, earth, water, fire, air, ether, and mind, intelligence, ego, all belongs to the Lord's inferior energy. Bhinna Prakriti Nashtara. Bhinna means it's separated energy permanently. They are apara Prakriti. So you should know. Apara means Bhinna. But there is one superior energy of his, which is what? Living beings. That are para Prakriti. Both these Prakritis or energies are emanation from the Lord. And ultimately, He is the controller of everything that exists. So both energies are within the controller. But Krishna is so merciful that He has given His para Prakriti some little independence.
Liberation.
Free independence. I mean, freedom. Independence, little independence is there. Because we are part and parcel of his. Just like father also gives little independence. So take it. 10,000 rupees you can spend in 1 month. Not more than that. So that independence is there. He will not ask kya uska. You whatever you do, I will not give you 1 paisa also. Similarly, we have given little independence. The highest independence is given to human beings. We can do everything. Animals can't do that. But with that, we should be using all that to connect to Krishna. That we are not doing. So that is what is proprietor. Krishna is a proprietor like this. Bhagavad Gita says, he himself says that. So there is nothing in the universe that does not belong to either para or apara. This universe, wherever you see, either you see living entities or apara prakriti. Is apara, cement and everything. So earth, fire, water, air, ether, or living beings. And that both are the property of Krishna. So that is how he is the proprietor. How he is the proprietor? Yes, any question?
You said this 5 elements, fire, earth, water, air, ether,
Hmm.
and mind, intelligence, and ego.
These are also subtle elements.
They are also being
They are also bhinna. They are subtle, can't be what is called perceived. They are also this energy. Actually, you see, mind, intelligence, and ego, they are actually same but different functions. Higher than that. It's all subtle. The subtle means, but only their characteristic, their agendas are different. But they are also material energy. When we go back to Godhead, we have to give up everything. Mind, intelligence, ego also. False ego is that I am matter. Even subtle matter. That we have to give up. Pure soul goes there. Again.
Brahma is made of intelligence only.
Brahma is made of pure intelligence. So now we cannot understand what his body must be. So few said that just like right now we are on earth, we have maximum amount of material is earth, less water, air, and it. But there there must be these elements, but maximum is intelligence.
Maximum.
Portion is intelligence.
Percentage.
Now we can't understand this because there is a segregation of the region. Even we can't understand what is happening in Amazon jungle. What to speak of Swargaloka, Janaloka, Maharloka, Tapaloka, Brahmaloka. Different people.
14 planetary systems.
Yeah, so all have different kinds of lifestyles, but all have birth, death, old age, disease.
Even Brahma also.
They don't have disease,
No.
but birth and death is there. Death is there. Death is there. All have 100 years, but their calculation, our calculation is different.
Different.
But they have also fear. Oh, I am 70 now. Brahmaji might be thinking only 30 years now. But for his one day is thousands of millions of years for a human being. So that differs. But material world means death. Dukhalayam or Shashvatam principle applies to all the planetary systems equally. That you have to understand. Yeah? Okay. Go ahead. Okay, next. So perfect intelligence to adjust. So now, so Prabhupada writes, if he is a proprietor and living entity's role now, living entity can play two roles. Either he can accept it or do not accept it. And second thing, he himself will claim, I am a proprietor. So if he claims, then Prabhupada writes that one should, the 17th page, paragraph number 1, one should therefore be intelligent enough to know that except for the Lord, no one is proprietor of anything. We have seen Prakriti belongs to him. One should accept only those things that are set aside by the Lord himself. The cow, for instance, gives milk, but she does not drink that milk. She gives it for human beings. She eats grass and straw, and her milk is designated as a food for human beings. So quota is different. But people do not want milk but her flesh. That is encroaching. Right? Such is arrangement of the Lord. So understand this. Now, then later he says that dwelling. Take example of dwelling in this world. So we have this building made up of so many things: wood, earth, stone, iron, cement, so much, so forth. The laborer may say, "Oh, I have made this building." And if you have made this building, means the owner has given you all these things. You have just manipulated, you have made the arrangement only. So laborer cannot claim to be the proprietor of the building just because he has worked hard to manufacture it. He is given the salary, resources are given by the owner. So laborer. So we cannot say, just like Prabhupada once talking to one Mr. Patel, he was a factory of a glass factory. So he said, okay, what do you manufacture? He said, glass. So from where you get glass? So I use sand. Whose property is sand? So he says, Lord. That means you are a thief. You are stealing Lord's property, making glass and selling it. So he said, Prabhupada, but I give donation. So Prabhupada said, that means you are small thief. Means in the sense, you are understanding proprietorship of the Lord and you are giving him your earning. So that means that is good, you have understood. So laborer cannot take the charge of building, he has to give the key to owner. Similarly, we cannot be a proprietor. This is a very important thing. Now, so what is the time?
8:23.
We have 7 minutes. So so human life is responsible. So now Prabhupada writes that human life is a responsibility where none of the 84 lakh species minus human being they transgress the law of nature. Cow do not eat flesh and tiger do not eat grass. If tigers start eating grass, then cows and deer, they will be starving, right? And if cows start eating flesh, then yeah, they will starve. Again, competition बढ़ जाएगा. But they do not transgress. Only humans with all better intelligence, they transgress the nature law. That's why the entire system for him is more miserable. Otherwise, everything is perfect. So, what if he claims there will be no peace? Just now we have seen. Violent reactions will come. He will be implicated by sin. And will be liable to punishment by laws of material nature also. Maharaj बैठा He's writing everything. So each and every act he will be punished. If he doesn't, just like a small thief, if he doesn't accept the proprietor of suppose 10,000 rupees somebody is carrying, he said, "Mere ko de." If he takes it, police will give him punishment. So this law is there here in the material world. What to speak of bigger arrangement? There is everything. Here thief can escape, but in material nature will not leave him. Wherever he goes, his diary is there. That is there. So, acting on this role, if recognizing this, if we establish the Sambandha of Lord, then easily we can attain Krishna. For that, we have to offer everything to Krishna. So, offer food to Krishna. So, Prabhupada writes that, oh, I am not non-vegetarian, I am vegetarian. So, Prabhupada writes that only vegetarianism will not help. So, page number 19, paragraph 1. To think that simply by becoming a vegetarian one can avoid transgressing the laws of nature, that is wrong. Vegetables also have life, and while it is nature's law that one living being actually is meant to feed on another living being, but still there is a quota by the Lord given to everybody. And other living being, the grass and vegetables, their consciousness is not developed enough, but still they have a life. So we have to offer everything to Lord and accept the Krishna, the remnants of the foodstuff. Then only we can remain unattached to the reaction of this, our actions. Only vegetarianism will not do. We have to, human being therefore required to recognize authority of the Supreme Lord and become his devotee. He must partake only the remnants of food offered to Lord. Like that. The Lord directly states this in Bhagavad Gita 9.26. That he accepts vegetarian food from the hands of pure devotee, not by another, like that. But those who do not offer their food to the Lord, what they eat, nothing but they eat sin only. Because there are various kinds of reactions which will not be sanctified, and they will be they'll subject themselves to various types of distress, which are the results of sin. Now, what is sin? The definition of sin, you should memorize. What is that? The root of sin is the deliberate disobedience of the laws of nature through disregarding the proprietorship of the Lord. So 3 Ds. What is that? Deliberate disobedience of disregarding the proprietorship of the Lord. That is sin. If we keep doing it, then we will be implicated, means again we will have to take body. Like that. So if we follow Lord's proprietorship, then we are eligible to go back to Godhead. That is the only thing. Okay? If a thief accepts, no, I have overruled, I have broken the laws of government, but now I accept there is a government and I am a follower, then he is released. Okay? My name Antam. So his tenet will increase in this world. Similarly, Krishna's proprietorship is accepted. Follow his law, he will go back to garden. Today we'll stop here. Okay. We'll see that mantra 2 next time. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki